Hi, my name is Trevor Taji, and I will be talking to you about why the United States should eliminate the penny from the coin system. The penny is not the same as it used to be, as it is pretty worthless right now, and it costs the government more money to make than it is worth. It is a waste of money for us users, and in today's society, Americans are starting to just go away from currency as a whole. The penny is costing the government more money to make than it is worth. Since 1982, the penny has been made with 2.5% copper and the rest inexpensive zinc. Even though the penny is cheaper to make now than it was in 1909 when it was 95% copper, the penny still costs about 1.5 cents, which is less than it's worth at a cent. Even though it might not seem a lot, this does add up, with the government spending an average of $46 million a year producing the penny. And the issue is that there is no way to solve this money problem. The mint, which produces the penny, has done extensive research and found out that there is no way possible to bring the penny production amount below the face value. Now the question is, why do they make so many pennies if we're just losing money from it? And the answer to that is that the pennies could be worth the value if they get circulated around. One single penny could go through thousands of transactions that would make the penny worth it, but the people just don't find the use in them, so they just sit in jars or are left abandoned. In 2014, the mint shipped out more pennies than any other coin combined, and that resulted in a loss of over $55 million. It would actually be more economically efficient to produce more dimes, since the value to make a dime is only 4 cents, meaning that the mint could make money, which would end up saving the government millions of dollars a year. The penny is also worthless for us users as well. It buys us nothing in today's society, and people just put it in dishes for other people to take at stores, so why even have them? And economist Greg Manikev puts it in easier ways when he says, when people start leaving monetary unit at the cash register for the next customer, the unit is too small to be useful. And that is 100% true. It is a waste of time for the average person as well. The United States average hourly wage is $22 per hour. This means that a person averages just a little under a cent per second. So to put it in a different perspective, if you take a couple seconds to pick up a penny off the ground, you're actually losing money rather than gaining it. The use of pennies actually adds up to waste about 48 million hours in the United States a year. The Citizens to Retire the U.S. Penny has done some research with Walgreens, and it has shown that the average cash transaction uses about 2 seconds to deal with pennies. Now add that 2 seconds to the average person's cash transactions, which is about 23 per month, and along with that, the 316 million people living in the U.S., and that adds up to about 48 million hours of wasted time a year. Here's a little video about Mr. Merch explaining this in a much easier way.
Out. So you have to get rid of them using exact change. But because the United States doesn't include sales tax and prices, unlike more civilized countries, and you can't multiply by 8.875% in your head, you can't get your change ready before you reach the register like a good Samaritan would. The pennies you inevitably fiddle with after discovering the true cost of your goods adds 2 seconds to each cash transaction on average, which is less than the value of your time and the time of everyone behind you, which is why most normal people don't bother messing with change, and the usual penny-pinching culprits are those with nothing better to occupy their day. If you want to spend pennies without being an inconsiderate jerk who wastes other people's time, perhaps you can find a machine that will accept them. Good luck with that. Vending machines won't take pennies, neither laundry machines nor toll booths or parking meters or anything else, because pennies aren't worth the time and effort to count, store, and transport them.
One example is Chipotle. In 2012, they got rid of the penny and would just round everyone's order down to the nearest 5 cent because they found out that it actually saved them money not dealing with pennies than paying a clerk to go through them. Now, the next question is, why have pennies when Americans are starting to turn away from currency anyway? In 2016, only 24% of Americans reported using cash with most, if not all, of their transactions. This is down from 36% just 5 years earlier in 2011. This means that there are just more and more pennies just sitting around and not being handled with. The penny is also proven to be not environmentally friendly. Since the penny is made predominantly of zinc, which is a chemical that is harmful in even small doses for both animals and humans. This means it can contaminate things such as water, food, and soil in the surrounding areas of the mines where the zinc is taken from. Another issue with the environment is the transferring from the mines to the banks. Even though the penny is worth so little, it actually weighs a lot. So, according to designlifecycle.org, the transferring of the penny puts about 1.5 million metric tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. Since there are so many issues with the penny, why doesn't the United States just follow some of the other countries with eliminating the penny? Other countries like Canada, Australia, Russia, and Italy have all started the process of eliminating the penny from their currency. This has saved millions and millions of dollars for their country each year. So the United States should follow and remove the penny from the currency. This would be a benefit to everyone because the government would not be losing money, us people wouldn't be wasting our time, and the process of moving to predominantly credit cards would be a lot easier. Thank you guys for allowing me to take some of your time to let you guys know why we should get rid of the penny. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.